Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber. Today is Tuesday. There we go. I had to think for a second because I watched it in charge last night, so it's on the bar. It's on the charger, charging up this morning. So it is the 12th of November, November 12th. Because yesterday was Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. I think we need to remember all of the veterans. I don't see why not. I appreciate and am grateful for all of the veterans that have, given their lives for our country and those that are continuing to do so. Whether having seen my brain can't work this morning. It is not awake. I feel a little bit zombie-ish this morning. I was like 6:15, alarm went off, and I'm like, I don't want to get up. But as you can see, she is basically done. The only thing I have left, hold on, let me get both of them, are my two beginning tails. Or, well, no, this is an ending tail, this is a beginning tail. So I joined them basically, I kept my pattern going, make sure. And this panel is just a slight bit shorter than the other one. But when I stand up, it doesn't sit even anyway, so I think it's fine. And I like the way it looks having it like this. I don't know that this is going to be something I wear out and about. I might wear it around the house. I don't know. If somebody else is interested in it, I will totally probably just let them have it. So I got crocheting done yesterday. Oh my goodness, I'm shaking the camera, sorry. I finished both sides in the last 2 days or something like that of my cowl. So all 4 sides are done now. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I have determined I have screwed up on a couple of my sides. It's not an easy screw up to find. Thankfully, it's a fudgeable screw up. But I will have to, I'm going to mark which side it is, so I remember. I have to go back through and figure out which one it is. I have to go back through and figure out which side I need to add 2 stitches on when I do my next round. I think it looks kind of cool. So there's all 4 sides completed on it. That is crazy to think that I am caught up on it. So now I have to catch the other one up just in time to start week 4. And hopefully at some point today we will see week 4 come out. So here is here comes the yawns. I try to keep it turned away. I gotta remember where I'm even at on this one. This is the other one I'm working on, and it is, ooh, my hands are feeling rough today because this is a red heart, and it is definitely not, where am I at on this? I'm on week 2 somewhere. I thought I was close to being done, so looks like I have about a couple rounds left, a round or so left of this one. week 2 before I do week 3. Now, with the color I'm using, it changes color on its own. It is a ombre, so I will just basically, when I get done with week 2 and add on week 3, I will just, let it fall where it falls. I'm not gonna really be like, oh, well, I should put it on this side because it starts here or whatever. It is so hard to tell when these colors change when it's by itself, like this, when it's just one strand. So just gonna pick a side and go with it, and I think it'll look awesome either way, like with whatever I do, because it's meant to change, so randomly, well, not randomly, but like ombreing. So I don't remember. I think I'm on my second skein of yarn already, or am I just barely into my second? I don't know. I think I'm still on my first one. I don't know. Oh, tummy's a little upset this morning. Not sure why. Not tummy, but my gut. Oh, I know what I got out. I got this out because I was like, I don't have anything to crochet on this morning. Oh, I have plenty to crochet on. I just don't have any projects. I thought I had all of my projects up here, but I made sure to have my cowl up here because I wanted to finish it last night. So that's why it's up here. And you know what? So is my what am I looking for here? So is my pouch with all my hooks in it, my clover hooks. I have this 5mm one right here I could use. Let's see, what does this call for? I was just gonna use a 6 because it normally calls for like a 5, I think. Let's see. It is a 5mm. I don't think I have my 5.5s up here. I have my O-fires I could use. One of them is a 5.5, I think. I just don't recall. My brain, my not my soul, but my being today. I don't know. I enjoy doing this, but every once in a while you can tell that's what I'm looking for here. The energy that I have is just not there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is not very big. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's about... I'm gonna go a little bit further. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm gonna go to 36. I said 37, but I'll tell you in a second what I'm figuring out. So I'm doing the thermal stitch, and I know that it's gonna shrink in just a smidge. So I went to 36, added 1, so 37. So that way I have 36 stitches when I'm done, or when I go back across. So All right, so single crochet across. So I am actually following Thriss and Stitches. She put a tutorial out. I started watching it last night. Now I know how to do the thermal stitch. I've done it before, but I just was like, I have her fresh in my mind, so this is straight from her. And she did a really good job at explaining it and stuff. It was cool. I love that she's putting tutorials out. I don't know how people with what's the word I'm looking for? Visual challenges crochet or do any kind of do anything. So it's inspirational. It is inspiring. Miss Froggy went a knitting, and Thriss, don't know how you guys do it. It is seriously inspiring. My goodness. My daughter is losing her voice, or at least it sounded like this last night. It had the voice losing sound to it last night for her. So maybe I jinxed myself too much and it's on its way to me. Who knows, because we'll see how she sounds today. So we'll see. She will still go to dance tonight, even with having lost her voice. It's just it is nothing to be laying around doing nothing for. I've lost my voice several times and I can still go about my day. Make sure to wash my hands, not share my drinks with anybody or anything really. When those of us get little buggies around here like that, I try not to do too much of kissies on the cheeks or faces. Just to help, if it even helps. So I don't know, I'm literally just making up what's the word I'm looking for here? A hot pad, trivet, dishcloth, whatever you want to call this. However they want to use it. I don't know if a thermal stitch would, well, I guess it could make a dishcloth. It'd make a really thick scrubby dishcloth. Ooh, I could have pulled this with the scrubby yarn. And, well, no. I have a project around here somewhere that I made with scrubby yarn and cotton held together in I think it was a C2C. It is super heavy. Like, it is a dense dishcloth because that's what it was intended. I intended it to be. Alright, so I have my first initial round here done. I'm just going to turn my work towards me. I'm going to grab the back loop and then the loop from down below that I skipped. And I'm going to single crochet across. So these first couple rows, just gotta figure out where I'm at here. Which one did I go into? Okay. So the first couple rows are definitely a little tough because you really can't, it's hard to see. Or it's not hard to see. It's hard to, I cannot talk this morning, y'all. If I were trying to do a tutorial on this, y'all would be failing at it because I'm failing at it. Oh, this row is slow going. So you basically are like sandwiching the 2 rows together, and so that's how it becomes double thick. She kept claiming in her video this is super quick, and I'm like, after this first row or 2, I don't, like, yeah, I understand that this first row or 2 is not going to, but after that, I've always, and that's part of why I steer away from the thermal stitch, because it takes so long to work up. Like, because you're essentially pulling down. So I'm going from up here. Well, you're not gonna be able to tell. I'm basically like sandwiching these 2 sides together. See the 2 loops on my hook, not the working yarn here. You can see those 2 loops. Actually, there's 3. But the 2 loops right here down below, those are the 2 rows, the 2, you know, sides of the V-stitches that I'm sandwiching together, basically. And you can do this, I haven't actually tried it. I should have done it with the half double or something instead of a single, just to try it. But I honestly, I don't know how. I know you can do it, the thermal stitch with the taller stitches. Off the top of my head, I couldn't explain it. I can't even explain a single, apparently. The other thing that is with this, it's so thick, it just feels bulky. And I have these like these poofy sleeves on today, so that's another reason I probably won't wear it again. I seamed it up yesterday, and I was wearing it over a sweater or sweatshirt type sweater, and I was like, this isn't gonna work, because it just felt very bulky between my, it was a sweatshirt without having the hoodie or a zipper. It was just a pullover, like, it was basically just a top, but it had like, see, I grew up during the time, because they're not much around anymore that I know of, for what I remember referring to as sweats. So like, we had these pant and shirt sets that you could buy that matched either identically in color or somehow went together, right? Actually, no, I think they were identical in color. I think it was a 90s thing. I don't know, but we called them sweats. And so you would have your sweatpants and your sweatshirt, and they matched each other. I'm gonna have to go through and count this and make sure I have 36 after I'm done. And my color just changed just dramatically, so it went from like blue to white. So this thermal is gonna look very interesting. But anyway, sweats, sweatpants and sweatshirts. I mean, the sweatpants are still around, yes, and the sweatshirts are still around, but it's like, I don't know. It's just not as, did I skip a stitch right here? What did I do right there? Something's weird right here. It's like got a hole in it, whereas the rest of the area didn't. It's almost like a slip stitch instead of single crochet or something. I don't know. I can fudge it though. Thank goodness for the thermal. It'll hide it. That's the other thing, is I can't look at you guys while I'm doing this. I have to like almost concentrate on this the whole time. Oh yeah, the sweats. So yeah, my shirt is basically like a sweatshirt material looking, but it's a sweater, and it has like little slits kind of on the side, and yeah, it just wasn't working under this. So I am actually considered, because when I was putting this together and I was wearing it, I had put it together where I had, you know, basically closed this in like this and went like this, and I was like, ooh. And I liked how I, you know, had it like this, where it came to a point, and I was like, ooh, I could sew these up, you know, along the edge here. I could sew these two edges together, and then I could sew these two edges together, but it would be a double thick poncho right here, and I would leave just a little opening up here, you know, because I would sew up to about here, you know, to the neck on both sides. And I tried it on. I had some, well, I didn't do it, but I laid it out like that, and then put stitch markers, enough stitch markers in that it would hold it in place. And I mean, part of it was doing like this, and it wasn't really holding very well. But I was just like, I'm not a huge fan of how short it is in the back, because even my daughter was like, no, I like it better how it just kind of flows in the back with the straight, you know, the flat edge instead of being pointed like this. So I was like, oh, you know, I think you're right. Taking advice from a 13-year-old. Hey, sometimes they're more into fashion than us old folks here, their parents, you know. So I agree with her. I think it was better this way, and then it, you know, it doesn't have to be double thick right here. I can leave it kind of like this if I wanted to. I probably won't be doing this ever with it because it's just too much up here. So Kim, I have to admit that I might be making myself a poncho, but it's gonna be made with a smaller weight yarn, because this very thick 4 is just not gonna cut it. All right, come on, there we go. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this, because I'm on the last stitch here, because I don't need to chain one. I'm just gonna turn. I think I grabbed this and this, and I just keep going across like I was. If I remember right, I've done this before, so I'm trying to, and I didn't get very far into her tutorial because it was one of the last videos I watched last night, so I started getting sleepy. So it's like, well, instead of missing anything, I'm just gonna shut my phone off and go to sleep. So that's what I did. I think I'm getting it right. Let's see, I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Bear with me, I'm gonna count through this round. 8. And I'm hoping I'm getting it in the right spot. 9. I don't know if I am. 10. I mean, I can see how this works up quick once you get going, but 11, 12. It just takes a lot longer. 13 to get any kind of height out of it. 14. Let's see. Oh, we're at 25. 15. You know what? I'm just going to do these and then go back and count. I think I'll be able to count. 16. 17. All right, this should be 18, halfway. 19. 20. 21. I will say I like how it's like 22. It's pulling them together to where I almost don't have to like reach down to get the second one. 23, I think. See, I've lost count. Now I'm gonna have to go back and count. 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. When I count slow like that, that's me, like I am still completing the stitch. 31, 32. Oh, I think I did do it right. 33, 34. Get the tail out of my way. 35 and 36. Maybe, where's it at? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one right there. 36. Yay! I've been doing it right. I got 36 across. Okay, so basically, this is the back side of my current situation. For me, you're seeing, I mean, once I turn it around, the other side becomes back side, but like, there's no front side, back side with this, but for me, I'm looking at the back now. So now you guys are looking at the front. So if you can see, you kind of see these like two lines. You can see like this one line where you only see the one loop, but then you see the two loops from the V on the top. So as you're going across, you're grabbing, I'm gonna grab this back loop right here, like that, and then I'm gonna come down here to that blue line, and I'm gonna grab the loop that's out, that's the furthest out on that. There's only one that you can see anyway. It's that one loop that you can see, and that's the one you grab, and you're actually you're single crocheting those two together. So those are your two loops. So you know how when you go in a V, so a normal single crochet, you would go under both V's right here of that single crochet, right? Well, with thermal, because it's becoming a double, you're gonna grab this back loop and leave the front loop there, skip it, and then you're gonna grab this loop that's down here and then single crochet. So that's your two loops that you single crochet into. And what happens is that skipped loop right here, right there where right above my finger now, is the one that you go into from the next row up. So because you're going into the back loop of the row you just finished and into the loop, you're technically going into the front loop that you left open of the row below. So you're grabbing the back loop of the current row that you're going into, and then the row below, the loop that's still out, and you're single crocheting those two together as you go across. Oop, I just grabbed that. And then you just do that literally all the way across, and you just keep going back and forth, and it creates this extra thick fabric. And once you get going a little further, I can see how this can go a little faster. And you just have to keep an eye on the loop that you're on, so you're not, accidentally going into the same loops more than once. I really hope I made sense. Now, I will link Thriss and Stitch's tutorial that she put out last night, or recently. I think she put it out yesterday. I was just, just perusing my YouTube and came across hers last night and went, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it just to see how she explains it. Give her the time, the watch hours and all the likes and stuff. And I need to go back on her video and be like, look, you inspired me to do my own. So I took how you explained it for the first like foundation row, and basically because I've already done it before, you know, went on to make my own hot pad, whatever you want to call this. So I'm gonna keep going as far as this little like partially used little cake will let me. I don't know how far it's gonna go. I do have another one right here that I can add on to it if needed to make it, you know, square, because I want to make it square, I think. This is definitely not a stitch I would use for like a towel. I've never made a towel. I think next year I'm gonna start collecting towels, like the little hand towels from like the dollar store, and make the toppers maybe. I don't know. I still haven't tried that yet. I have all the materials I think for it. I've got the cutter, I've got a mat, I've got a couple towels to try, and I've got all the cotton. So I just need to try it. But I'm also trying to make sure I get Christmas presents done. That's why I'm starting to make these, because I don't have hardly anything made in terms of my hot pads and dishcloths. I'm making kitchen-y things, and I don't know, I'm not making any one specific person like kitchen towels and dishcloths or anything like that, or a set or anything. I'm literally just going to be making like mystery sets, so to speak. Okay, all right, I'm a little confused here. Where is my row below? Which one are you? I think this one. That's the only thing, is if you're a beginner trying to find the last stitch from the row below and making sure you still have 36 across. So this is what it's looking like with this color changing yarn. I think it's cool. There's something about these. They smell good. It has no smell to it, but the smell it has smells good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get off here and get my day going. I hope you have, excuse me, a fantastic Tuesday. Right? It is Tuesday. I just saw Wednesdays are for something on K&K. K&K's video just released and it said Wednesdays, and now it threw me. No, it is Tuesday because yesterday was Veterans Day. Monday, Veterans Day. Okay. All right. I can't wait for one's tutorial to come out, y'all. I really want to get started on week 4, but also I need to finish week 2 and 3 on my second one. So that might be what I do this week too, plus the week 4 on that. Why did I do this to myself? I promised my child to have his blanket done by his birthday, while at the same time trying to get all this other crocheting done and keeping my house up and doing all this, and like, I don't know why I do it to myself. I gotta have enough to do. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So, it is a beautiful day to be kind and positive, and my energy came back by the end of the video. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me just rattle on and start this. I think that's a little wider than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I thought it would shrink in a little bit more than that, but hey, that's okay. It's a beautiful day to be kind and positive, friends, and go make something beautiful, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.